Hello friends, James Stevenson back with another episode of what's going on with Tesla today. So yesterday Tesla reported earnings, and were they good? Were they bad? Is Tesla bankrupt? Yes, Tesla is now bankrupt. That's what you would think if you believe the Tesla haters, the skeptics, the short sellers, and the trolls you'll find on Twitter or Seeking Alpha or elsewhere. Let me bring in my co-host Loki to help with commentary on Tesla earnings. Or maybe he'll just keep resting while I share my desktop and show you this tweet from the Vice President of Tesla Investor Relations, Martin Viecha, who you should all be following on Twitter, who yesterday, after releasing the earnings report, sent this tweet: "There's no such thing as EV market share," a point that was reiterated by Elon during the earnings call. There's only market share. EV market share isn't a thing, despite how badly the short sellers want it to be a thing. There's only market share. So what's he retweeting here? This is a little bit of tweetception. I retweeted Martin retweeting me, so we both took turns retweeting each other. And the content that I'm tweeting here isn't my chart, it's his chart. So I sent a tweet totally just stealing his chart out of the deck, the investor deck that got released yesterday, a little after the market closed. Captioning it, I released a video yesterday about how Tesla losing EV market share doesn't look like losing. If change in EV market share is the wrong metric, what's the right one? Change in total market share. Unlike most legacy automakers, Tesla's trend is up and to the right. So what do we see here? Yeah, that does fit the screen okay. So straight out of the Tesla earnings review deck, you got the blue line here, which is the US and Canada market share for Tesla. So Tesla sales divided by total new car sales is what we're talking about here. That started off way below 1% back here in 2017 when the Model 3 ramp just started to begin at the end of this year. So you can see that's what this gain was about, up to 1% for Tesla. Is about getting Model 3 ramping up. Then in Q1 of 2019, European deliveries began. So you can see the European line start to trend up here and continue to gain steam after Tesla got homologation for Model 3 and shipping those items off to Europe. Then the Tesla China Gigafactory started up in Q4 of 2019. So you can see from here, Tesla ramped up and started having more sales in China, right? So what's been happening since then, since 2020? Well, the US has been able to ship more stuff to US and Canadian buyers. So this market share grew past 2%, past 3%, close to 4% as of Q1 2023, the most recently reported quarter. This trend is up and to the right. What happened in Europe? That's the red line here. Well, sales have continued to trend up and to the right, with a brief little hiccup here in Q2 2022 because the Shanghai Gigafactory was shut down for COVID lockdowns, so they didn't get to export as many cars to Europe as they normally would. But then that recovered some in Q3, and then in Q4 and Q1. Record highs achieved in both of those quarters for total Tesla market share in China. Or in Europe. How about in China? That's the green line here. Well, it has been ramping up and up and up and up some more, reaching its highest point ever, just over 2% of the Chinese market in the most recently reported quarter, Q1 2023. So there's the story for you. Next time you hear somebody talking about Tesla losing EV market share, remind them there's no such thing as EV market share. There's only market share. And that's my video for today. So we'll check back in with Loki where he is in the same position he was to begin the video. And I will outro and say if you've enjoyed today's video, click the like button. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, why not go ahead and subscribe to my channel. You can do that on YouTube, or you can do that on Twitter, or you can do that on Patreon. You got a bunch of different ways you can subscribe. And thank you to my executive producers, Kathy Kitchler and Halter Ferguson Financial, which has changed its branding to rebellionaire.com. And I will see you in the next one.